Hey guys, welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, the original print-on-demand niches show. This is episode 198, and I've got 5 print-on-demand niches for you to target to increase your sales, including a niche that I previewed in the 2024 niches to be on the lookout for that is absolutely exploding right now and is only going to continue to explode, and I think it's still a little under the radar. So stay tuned. I'm going to tell you what that one is. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with an Amazon merch sales update. So in the last week, I made 305 sales, 241 on the US market, bringing in $964 in profit. And across the international markets, probably another 100 and maybe 75-ish after converting the currencies, dollars of profit there as well. If you want to follow me on Instagram, linked in the description, I post daily sales updates for inspiration. Quick plug, I'm going to be speaking at South by Southwest in Austin this week as a part of a CNBC panel on making passive income. So I'm going to drop a link to that in the description in case you want to check it out. All right, let's look at the top 10 best-selling print-on-demand niches right now in Amazon merch. I'm going to hide myself so you can see all 10. So we've got the reading niche. We know that that's related to, I think, Dr. Seuss's birthday, which I believe was yesterday, March 2nd, I think, if I remember correctly. So those will probably fall out of favor. We've got some 4th of July stuff popping up, and I think that pretty much describes the top 10. The Dr. Seuss stuff, though, I would personally stay away, even though I did have somebody say they think the copyright expired, but it doesn't mean that the merch algorithm, even if that's true, is going to let your submissions through. So you have to test, you know what I mean? You don't want to just go submitting a bunch of them and then getting a bunch of rejections, obviously. Those are the types of rejections that could get you in real trouble. All right, let's get to the niches. Niche number 1 this week. Guys, we're like, what, a month away from the big Eclipse. The hype is only going to increase. You may say, Ryan, the Eclipse niche, it's saturated. Everybody already knows. Maybe from a seller perspective, it can feel that way, but as a function of the general public that's going to wake up to the Eclipse and want to buy a t-shirt, you know what I mean? The easiest way, guys, is just look at Google Trends. You can use it for free. The hockey stick of interest, of public interest in the word Eclipse is going to begin now, okay? So even though we've been talking about this for a while, this is coming. It's not even close to the top in terms of demand for these shirts and these products in general. And I love that there's just a lot of good designs out here in this niche. Really, like, a lot of interesting ones. They're like works of art almost. I love this design right here for the Eclipse. It's just got the kind of outline of the circle highlighted. I don't know how well it's going to translate in print, but if you're on Amazon merch, you don't have to worry about returns. If you're on like Etsy and, you know, where those returns can really hurt your margins, I get that. So maybe be more strategic in your design approach, or at least do a sample order. You know, if you're on Printful, you can do a sample order. You get 20% off and free shipping, and it resets every month. I would definitely do that with the Eclipse shirt if you're going to do anything with like gradients like this. I like this as an approach to Eclipse shirts. This will print just fine, I would say, because you're not really using drop shadows and gradients. Kind of integrating the United States and the path over the United States. By the way, if you're selling shirts outside the United States, you can put the Eclipse path for those countries as well, right? There are international markets that we can sell on. And one last Eclipse shirt, phases of the Eclipse. I thought that was also interesting. I mean, the people that went above and beyond in their research and creation of unique designs are being rewarded. And I love seeing that as a print-on-demand seller. Now, niche number 1 probably looked familiar if you caught my collab with Detour Shirts, where we predicted the biggest niches of 2024. If you paid attention in that video, niche number 2 is also going to look familiar. I'm giving myself a pat on the back for predicting this one because not that many people at all were talking about it, but I had the foresight, because it's something I take very seriously in my studies, of projecting this for 2024. And it is crypto. I said there will be a crypto bull run in 2024. Hopefully, at a minimum, as a POD seller, you made some money by just getting out ahead of this. But also, if you went ahead and like learned how to get some exposure to this asset class, you are sitting pretty right now, and we are just getting started. You know what I mean? The public, retail, they say, is just waking up to this again. You know what I mean? These things are cyclical, and we appear to be at the beginning of another cycle. So a ton of shirts are going to be sold. I would like to challenge you to then take that passive income you're earning and multiply it. There's many various means you can do this, by the way. It doesn't need, if you don't like the idea of crypto, well, there's, traditional financial vehicles you can use to get exposure. This asset class, in my opinion, is very much underpriced, undervalued. Anyways, I know it's not an investing channel, but I know some of you guys paid attention, and you can thank me in the comments if you want. We're killing it right now. From a basic Bitcoin shirt with the logo, a little bit of a distressed effect on a black shirt. They obviously optimized it for the color black. I think that's safe to say. I love that. This shirt has a ton of reviews, by the way, $17.99 price point. They're killing it. Or even, here's an idea, guys. This is why you're here watching this, not just to say sell crypto shirts, right? But how about the Bitcoin halving? As an underserved niche, the Bitcoin halving, the mining reward, okay, that's going to be cut in half this April, okay? That's what, 2 months away? No, a month away. Damn, it's a month away. Sell some Bitcoin halving shirts, all right? You got an idea for, design inspiration right here. And while we're talking about this, I wanted to plug my private community. It's linked in the description. You can join today for $75, okay? $75. You get direct access to me. We do 2 live streams a week. I'm a multi-million-dollar print-on-demand seller. I show you everything I know to make passive income through print-on-demand. Then we touch on the more important aspect, if you ask me, which is multiplying that to create a true wealth effect with exposure to financial markets. That's not a super focus, but all of these moves that I had an incredible February. My net worth went up more than $10,000 a day in February on average across the whole month. How about that, right? You get exposure to me, how I make money, then how I multiply it in this community, $75. And if you join, I give you free Etsy listings worth more than what you paid to join. So that's linked in the description. Or you know what? The other option is keep doing what you're doing. I hope it works out for you. Either way, it's not going to bother me. I just wanted to plug that because I think it's an incredible value. We also have a great tight-knit community. So it would be great to have you there if you want to join. Questions, let me know. Niche number 3 this week. And niche number 3, this is the second time I've done this. It's rare that I do this. It is an unknown niche. Niche number 3, unknown. Ryan, what the heck do you mean unknown? Remember niche number 2 that we talked about just a minute ago? Crypto markets? Well, there's going to be crypto projects that emerge that don't exist yet. Or maybe they exist, but nobody's talking about them. And they're going to go absolutely crazy with their price action. And when that happens, think of SafeMoon. Anybody that's familiar with the crypto, or you don't need to be familiar with crypto. You could just be a t-shirt seller. You've heard of SafeMoon before if you've been doing this for a few years. Now, SafeMoon got trademarked. So that's always possible down the road. But when these projects emerge, they're not going to be trademarked, and they're pretty much fair game to just sell, and plus, these projects love the extra publicity. They like when people wear shirts promoting them because it's going to create an upward force on their price action, okay? Again, we're not doing a crypto show here, but there will be crypto projects that nobody knows about right now that emerge, that go bananas, right? That go crazy with people buying them, creating that excitement that people will then buy print-on-demand products for. And there will just be an insane amount of sales. Anybody who locked in a SafeMoon sale, let me know in the comments because you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is coming. You got to keep your eyes out for it, though. You know what I mean? Because by the time we're talking about it on top 5 niches of the week, at that point, you're not going to be making, the crazy dollars. You'll still make some sales, but you ain't going to be the first one in making, where the bulk of the sales that you dream about are made, okay? By the way, again, just plugging my private community. I talked about some of the moves that I was making, and I was talking about this last year, again, when nobody was talking about it, because that's the best time to buy. This is a crypto project. I'm not going to name it. I told my private community, and I even told them, how I know this project is doing well? I don't even need to look at my investment portfolio. I know because the t-shirts I'm selling for this project are selling like crazy, and the print-on-demand products in general that I'm selling, specifically t-shirts. You guys know I love t-shirts. Anyways, linked in the description if you want to join. Up to you. All right, niche number 4 this week, guys. How about autism awareness? We're a month away from the beginning of April. These month-long niches, they are going to sell best in that first week. So it's not like you can't make sales all month, but you really need to be focused on that first 7 days, usually according to Google Trends. I'm not just blindly saying this. I like to use data to inform my decision-making process. The first week is what's going to be most important. So right now you need to be uploading those autism awareness if you have not already. I really like this design right here. I love the color contrast against the black shirt. We know on Amazon merch, you make the black shirt available, you're going to get a black shirt thumbnail. So this makes a lot of sense to me. Also, just great message in general. If you're wondering, Ryan, how do I make a design that good? Well, of course, you can learn from people that know how to make good designs. But, besides that, there's also pre-made designs and pre-made graphic elements you can implement into your own custom designs on places like Creative Fabrica. I will drop a link to this design bundle in the description, as well as my link to join Creative Fabrica at $4.99 a month, which is a discounted link. To me, that's the best deal for POD sellers out there. Niche number 5 this week. How about Mental Health Awareness Month? And that is the month of May. So now we're looking 2 months into the future. Okay, I know some POD sellers that recommend being 2 months ahead, and I'm fine with that. If you guys want to be 2 months ahead, this is one of those niches I like. It is a calendar niche where it's kind of like if you've been around the block a few times, you know it's coming. A lot of POD sellers don't know it's coming, but it's not like a super obvious, right? Like people think May, they think Mother's Day. They don't think Mental Health Awareness Month. So this is, again, one of those that I like because it gets a little bit overlooked. I also like that it has a nice like specific color involved with it. It's got, text, phrase, or at least specific words associated with it. I mean, I know that's I'm stating the obvious here, but when it comes to making designs that speak to people, when the primary keywords and primary phrases associated with the niche are obvious, to me, that makes like how I lay out the design a lot easier, right? It's a lot less open-ended that way. I know exactly how to approach it. So I just wanted to mention that, again, when you've been designing t-shirts for over 7 years, I guess it's just, I don't know, second nature, I guess. Some niches are just easier than others is really what I'm trying to say. This is an easier one for me to design. All right, emerging trends. Here we go. A lot of the reading trends are emerging. A lot of the St. Patrick's Day, basically the same as the top 10 that we saw earlier. Looking ahead, if you want to sell in niches related to random holidays, seemingly random, less talked about, at least 1 month out. April 3rd, National Walking Day. April 4th, School Librarian Day. April 5th, National Dandelion Day. April 5th, also National Walk to Work Day. April 7th, National Beer Day. All right, let's fire up the archive feature and look back in time 11 months to see what might be selling well 1 month from today. So we have a lot of Easter designs, we have some autism awareness designs, and we have some nice evergreens. So that's pretty much it, basically what we expected. And here are removed designs removed in the last 2 weeks, either by the seller or by Amazon. So check that out. These were all deleted in the last 2 weeks. All right, guys, and that's it. Thank you for watching this episode of Top 5 Niches of the Week. Quick plug, I have my full print on demand course walking you through how I make 6-figure profits every year since 2019 from print on demand, linked in the description. Also my private community, I already talked about that earlier, but I'd love to have you there if you want to learn how I make money and then multiply money. I mean, it's down there. It's linked. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with another new video.